Aloha, it was great seeing you. Well, we've been doing like the G minor relating to our B flat major. It's getting us used to playing this chord and realizing B flat, D, and F make up our B flat major. The way I remember B flat major is a B flat DF is because if I were to make that a B natural, B diminished is only found in the key of C, or its relative minor, A minor. So when we play a B, D, F sharp, the reason why I know that is a B minor is because when I'm playing the B minor itself, I'm not really going to be looking at this D as being anything different than the D I was playing in the other one. Major, it stays the same. That's how I remember. If I were to do this, that'd be the B diminished again. Therefore, the B minor has to have the F sharp, one of the two sharps that are in the key of D. Right? Cool. So our new key, rather than doing it over and over and over again in G minor, B flat, or C, or G or D, we're going to go to A. A has A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, A. It has three sharps, F sharp, C sharp, and G sharp. And when we play those, we have our 1, 3, 5. So our first chord has one of the sharps, the C sharp. Our next chord has the F sharp, and you'll know it from the key of D because it's the relative minor. Now it's just the second. A major, B minor. Our next one is kind of interesting, our C sharp minor. So we get used to playing that. My favorite thing to do while we're doing this is just playing our different movements. So if we have this as our 1, 3, and 5, try throwing that down there and just seeing your inversions right away. Fun, it's right there for us. It also incorporates our G sharp diminished, which is why our G sharp diminished and then our kind of like our C minor is very close. Our next chord is going to be a D major, A major, B minor, C minor, D major. We then have an E major, which feels the exact same as the root, the 4 and the 5, as they should. And then when we go to our next one, we're going to have our F sharp minor. This one feels exactly like the C sharp minor, except for right here. Sorry. And then we've got a space here for our finger to feel. Well, right here we have a space here for our finger to feel. If you don't feel the space here, that means you're in the C sharp. If you do feel the space here, you're in the F sharp. Fun. The next one's our G sharp diminished. Remember, we don't have our major fifth. We have a flat 5. And we don't have a major third. We've got the flat 3. So this is kind of a weird one. Here's what our G sharp major would feel like. So we flatten the third to a C flat, and we flatten our fifth to a D natural. So we'd have G sharp, B, D. And then that goes right back to A major. A major, B minor, C sharp minor, D major, E major, F sharp minor, G sharp diminished, and then, G sharp diminished, and then A again. What we do is we try to do it all the way from down here, low notes, and just work it all the way up. 5 notes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Crossover with our third finger. That's an individual scale note. What I like to do is just feel how we would do an A, B, C sharp, D, E. You could go third, first, thumb, and then jump over to your ring finger and follow this the same way so your thumb lands on the E, and then you do that same mechanism over and over and over again, right? You don't want to get to a point where your pointer finger falls on the E. You want your thumb to, so you can jump to your notes. And the way we do that is by jumping over to the third finger if we're ascending, and jumping over the fourth finger if we want to do an extra note. See how my fingers went there? So I jumped over with my fourth finger, fell through, thumbs on now the B, fourth finger to the C. That gives me my pointer finger. I could keep going, but it would have worked just as well with my thumb if I landed here, because the next 2 notes would give me a resolution, or I could keep going. Hope that made sense. So work it all the way in a major scale, all the way from the bottom. When you get to middle C, cut it. So like, you can keep working your fingers up because, as we just talked about, if you do your movements, A, B, C sharp, D, E, F sharp, G sharp, and then you're under right here, you're back to your A. A, B, C, da, 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 da. You can keep moving up exponentially. Whilst doing that, try and see your major third. Try and see your minor third. Try and see your perfect fourth. Maybe hold a perfect fourth up here and make a little melody. Hold a different melody down here, maybe a minor third there. Have a little fun with it, write a little ditty, and remember to play with these notes. We haven't even stepped into seeing these as having pentatonics yet, but if you view all these lessons as being the same, try and play the 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, and 1. I got sunshine. And it was nice seeing you today. Till next week. Aloha.